In this video, we will learn about collection framework in Java. Collection framework is nothing but data structure that is the essential part of programming. So already I have discussed that in previous video. Java provides collection framework in the form of interfaces and classes. And those interfaces and classes are organized in the form of an hierarchy. So here is an hierarchy. So we'll study this hierarchy. We'll get the introduction to all the interfaces and classes. This hierarchy is very important for one to understand and also remember all the interfaces and classes. So I have a diagram, this diagram, hierarchical diagram, you must remember this one. And it is not difficult, it's very easy. So there are a lot of things that are common among them. So in this video, I will explain about this hierarchy. So let us start. If you look at the diagram, few things are in rectangular boxes and few are in oval shapes, right? Oval shapes. So whatever is in oval shape, that is an interface. And the things that are in rectangular boxes are classes. And the relation shown is showing that this class is implementing this interface or this class is implementing the interface. So classes are implementing the interfaces. So I am showing the link between the class and the interface. So let us study this hierarchy. On the top, there is an interface called iterable. That is not much important. That is on the topmost one, and it is having only one method, that is iterator. So I'll explain about it afterwards. Now the next one is very important. Collection interface. This is an interface called collection. And all the interfaces and classes are directly or indirectly inheriting from this one. So let us understand collection means what? It's a group of elements or items or group of objects. And those objects may be similar or dissimilar also. That is homogeneous also, heterogeneous also. So collection is group of objects. So this interface is having the methods for adding new object or removing the object, or checking or searching for an object. So these type of methods are there. So in the next video, I'll be discussing about those methods. And if you understand the methods present here, that is sufficient for understanding all these other interfaces and classes. So this is the main important. So this is the mother of all interfaces, right? Here I will draw a collection of elements, that is numbers I will take. Then I will discuss about the rest. So this is a collection of numbers or integers. So this is what a collection means, a group of elements. Now, from this, the other interfaces that are extending, the first one is list. List is a collection. Yes, as it is extending collection, so list is a collection, but it is a ordered list of elements. Ordered list of elements means what? The elements will have numbers. So let us say this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they have index. They are ordered list of element. That's it. This is only the difference. Collection means just group of elements. Then list means the group of elements will also have indexing. That is, they are ordered. So what is the benefit if they are ordered? If they are ordered, then we can insert or add an element or delete an element based on the indices. I want to delete fourth element at index 4 or insert an element after some index. So using indices, we can refer the elements. That we cannot do in collection. So this is the benefit that we get in list. And list can have duplicate elements also. Like I have few elements here. So a list can even have one more element, let us say 5. So 5 is appearing 2 times. List can have duplicates also, but the elements are ordered. Let us look at the classes that are implementing list interface. So here are the list of classes. We are going to study about these classes in detail. Just we have to learn that these are implementing list interface. So what are those classes? First is array list. So this is just like a array of Java, but it is having a lot of extra features. So we'll study this in separate video. Then linked list. So if you're familiar with linked list data structure, so that linked list is there. So we will study this one. And this vector and stack, these are also classes, and these are called as legacy classes. Legacy classes, because these classes were provided in the very beginning version or the first version of Java, that is Java 1.0 or 1.1. And these classes, the other classes, array list and linked list classes, they were introduced in Java version 1.2. So these are old classes, so these are not much used. But the very old programs that were written in Java, in early version of Java, they may be using them still, but the latest programs, they don't use them. But we'll study about all these things in coming videos. Now let us go to the next interface. So I have completed this one and this one. Now the next interface, I'll go here. Set. List and set. What is the difference? List is also a collection. List is also a collection. Set is also a collection. So if you know the concept of set in mathematics, a set will not have duplicates. Yes, duplicates are not allowed. So set will not have duplicates. That is the important thing. It will not allow you to insert duplicate objects. If already an object is there, you cannot insert again. If an object is already there, you cannot insert it again. And second thing is, the elements or the collection of elements are not ordered. So it's a unordered collection, but it will have unique objects. All objects are distinct. So the similarity between these two is both are a collection. But the difference is, this is ordered, this is unordered. This can have duplicates, this cannot have duplicates. So what is the benefit if duplicates are not there? Usually when you want to perform search operation more frequently, so for searching we prefer that there are no duplicates in the list, then we can perform search. So let us look at the other interface and the classes that are coming from this one. See, from set there is one more interface, that is sorted set. So I don't have to explain you, the name itself says that it's a set but the elements are sorted. Then the class that is coming from this one is hash set and linked hash set. So the hashing is one of the data structure. It's a technique actually. So hash table or hashing is one of the technique. Objects are inserted in the data structure based on their key or hash code. So Java uses hash code. So hash code is used for storing these elements in this classes. Hash set and linked hash set. So this may be using array and this is using linked list. So we have to study about this one in detail. So only thing now we learn that these are sets. Hash set and linked hash set. Both are set. So they have unordered collection of elements and distinct element. Duplicates not allowed. Now sorted set, elements are sorted. Then from there comes a class that is implementing this interface is tree set. So the benefit of sorted set is that you can search for the element faster, and tree data structure is used for faster searching. So tree set is a tree data structure which allows unique elements and the elements are not ordered. So there is no numbers for them. So that's all about these group of classes and interfaces. So we have finished this group, right? They are all ordered and they can have duplicates, and this is unordered and they cannot have duplicates. Mostly useful for frequent search operation, that is searching. Now next interface is queue. Queue works on discipline FIFO, first in, first out. It means we can insert the elements in a collection from one end and delete from another end. Suppose insertion is done on this side. If I have to add one more element, I may be adding it here, 15 or 20, I'll be adding it here. If I am deleting, I'll delete it from here. First 5 will be deleted, then 8 will be deleted. So this is FIFO. So it is just like people forming a queue. In daily life, we find people stand in the queue. So these people are standing in the queue. A new person comes in, he will join the queue here. And if a person has to leave the queue, if his work is over, he is leaving the queue, so he will leave from front. So this is FIFO. So this interface have the methods which supports a FIFO mechanism. So there is a class inherit that is implementing this interface, that is priority queue. So a queue which will have the elements with priority. We will study this in detail, but just remember that this is having the methods coming from here. So if you know this, so you know it almost, most of the things you know. Just like if you know set, then you know about these classes. You know sorted set, you know about this class. So that's how this interface is important. So if you know about this interface, so you know about the class also. Almost everything you know. DQ is another interface. Dequeue means this insertion and deletion is allowed from both the ends. So from either end you can use the mechanism of FIFO. From here you can insert also, you can delete also, and from that side also you can insert and delete. It's not just like the queue that we find in daily life, but this data structure gives freedom for a programmer to use it as he like. So he can insert and delete the element from either end. And there is one class that is implementing the interface, that is ArrayDequeue. So that's all about this hierarchy. So once again, let us look at it quickly. This is a collection. You must know about this one. Once you know this, you know almost about all the interfaces and classes, most of the methods. Then this is having few extra methods. This is having few different methods. And this is also extending the interface. So we'll see what is there in that one. Now next we have the classes. So if you know this, you know mostly about all the classes, right? And if you know this, you know about the classes. So likewise, if you know about this, you know about the classes. So that's what next thing is, we will learn about the interfaces. So in the next video, I'll talk about all the interfaces and we will see what are the differences, what are the common things. Now last thing, there is one more hierarchy that is not coming from this one. That is a separate hierarchy called map. This is the implementation of hashing technique. So there the objects are inserted or stored in the form of key and value pair. So we will store key and also value, so that whenever you want to search, you can give a key and you can get the value corresponding to that key. So we'll learn about this map interface, and there are classes that are implementing that map interface. So understanding of this one will help us remember and use these classes. Hash map, linked hash map, and hash table. Again, there's a legacy class, there's an old class. And from this, sorted map is also there. So sorted will be much faster. So that is tree map. So tree like, but also behaving like a map. So this is a separate set of classes. So you will find videos on almost all the topics and also demonstration and some exercises that you have to do. So that's all in this video. So you have to remember this hierarchy. So you can pause the video and take a snapshot, or you can find it in Google. You can search for the collection framework classes. You will find in images, lot of images. So that you can always recall whenever you want to recall, and whenever you want to look at that diagram, you can look at it. So this hierarchy is very important. So the next video I'll talk about this interface and the list, queue and set interfaces. So that's all.